Guys, thank you once again for tuning into another episode of Slob on the Pod. But before we get into this amazing episode with Jess, the exotic dancer slash mother slash entrepreneur slash sugar baby, we'll get into that. Before we get all into that stuff, I got to thank some sponsors for today's episode. Today's episode is sponsored by a new sponsor, is Caldera Lab. That's these facial creams you can see right here on the front. Let me tell you about them. Say goodbye to the generic face wash on your counter because Caldera Lab is here to save the day when it comes to your skin. Backed by a leading clinical trial where 9 out of 10 men experience healthier and visibly improved skin, Caldera Lab has the tools to unlock your best first impression and confidence. Today we have an exclusive offer for our audience so you can try for yourself why so many men trust Caldera Lab for their skincare needs. Use code SLOB at calderalab.com for 20% off their best products. Once again, that's slob at calderalab.com for 20% off their products. So once again, shout out to this new sponsor. I'm very excited. They hit me up, and I guess they noticed how shitty my face looked, and they're like, we can help you. And I was like, hell yeah, this is cool. I've been using it for the past, I want to say like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And honestly, I like to try products out before I talk about them and stuff to make you guys go buy them. And so they sent them to me, and I took a few weeks, tried them out, and honestly, I love it. I've always had bad acne growing up, so like that's always been something that's like, I still have like acne scars and shit, but I'll get to that later. But yeah, so they're awesome products. We have the Clean Slate. This one, we have the Clean Slate. Is where you start your day. It's a balancing cleanser that uses gentle plant-based cleansing, leaving all skin types exceptionally refreshed. They also have the base layer is a nutrient-dense what's that one? The base layer. This one? Oh, okay. The base layer is a nutrient-dense fortifying moisturizer that hydrates your skin and absorbs fast, leaving you with a matte finish so you can start your day confidently. This one is dope too. I love this one because when I get out the shower, I have really dry skin. And before I would just put lotion on, or I'd put like some Victoria's Secret shit, like with like perfume and stuff, like stuff that's bad for my face. And that would make me break out or make me extra greasy. This is something that and it feels like at first I felt it and I was like, I don't know, it make me feel greasy. But once you like really massage it into your face, into your neck and stuff, like it hydrates your skin the rest of the time. I don't walk out like feeling like crusty around like my cheeks when I smile. So I really like that. And once again, I don't like having like perfumed scented like lotions on my face because it makes it worse. So this is all organic stuff, and honestly it has, like normally when people try to sell products they make it smell like fruity and really good, but honestly this has like an organic smell. Like it just smells like what should be on your face. It smells healthy is what I'm trying to say. The Good is your go-to at night before bed and clinically proven multifunctional serum that helps your skin look tighter and smoother, as well as to help reduce visibility of wrinkles and fine lines. This one is the dope one with, actually I'm going to pull them out because another thing about these are like dope, like they're not plastic. They're like glass. Like you got to be careful with them. But like I feel like when products are in glass, it's like legit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it just looks dope. It looks like this is what you want to put like on your counter. So like it looks nice. If you want to look like a, I don't know, like a psycho, like a Patrick Bateman or something, you want to have your cream serums out. You know what I'm talking about, right? But yeah, this one is something you put on at night, and it's just it has a little dropper. You put some into your hand, rub it through your hands, and just moisturize your face and neck with it. It's like it says, it helps helps your skin look tighter and smoother, as well as to help reduce visibility of wrinkles and fine lines. I'm 29. I know I look 21, but at some point it's going to catch up to me. So I like to take advantage of that now before I start to look old. And I think, I'm going to stay 23 forever. So I got to look it. And I know just based off, for me, I think this is an awesome product and it's helping with that. And once again, get 20% off with our code SLOB at calderalab.com. That's 20% off at calderalab.com by using code SLOB. Unlock your youthful glow and be ready for summer with Caldera Lab. Thank you, Caldera Lab. All right. Oh, you turned people?
What? I'm deaf.
Oh, yeah, okay. What did you say?
I'm basically
No, I'm just kidding. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Slob on the Pod. Today, I am join join by, join with
Gathered
uh,
here today.
a special guest, Jessie.
Hi, I'm Jessie.
And
Yeah.
Jessie, what do you do?
I. What don't I do? No, I'm just kidding. I am a bartender and dancer at our Yuma local Putnam Cabaret and Roxy Cabaret. It's wonderful.
Okay, okay.
We love it.
So yeah, she's a stripper. No, just kidding. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
stripper is a derogatory term. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys don't like being called that. Like people don't
No,
like being called
strippers
midgets.
call themselves strippers. Strippers tell other people to call them dancers, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's like a more respectable thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess. It doesn't really bother anyone. I'm sure you have a few girls here and there that are like, I'm not a stripper, I'm an entertainer. Like
I'm an
whatever.
exotic dancer.
Yeah.
Make it sound all fancy.
So fancy. But yeah, like we get it. We know where we are. It's fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. And you enjoy it?
I love it. I have so much fun. I've been like actually dancing my whole life, so this is just like a little spice. It's like the fun 25-year-old version of dancing, I
Oh,
guess.
that's cool. I mean, obviously you're doing good. If you don't mind me saying, you pull up in a Tesla.
Yeah, it's like Jessie's Tessie. That's what my friends
Jessie
call it.
Tessie, that's cool. That's a cool name.
Yeah, I love her. I love my car.
Is it self-drive itself or not that one?
It does.
It does.
But you know what? It's not great in Yuma because there's a lot of stop and go, a lot of snowbirds, and the car does not like it.
I heard that. I heard like it's really bad, especially if like someone's crossing the street and stuff, or like if there's like a disruption in the road.
Yeah,
doesn't
and then the car like literally yells at you. Like if it's like someone slowing down in front of you and you don't brake right when the car wants you to brake, it's like beep 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 beep, and it's like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah. So I just drive my car. And I'll let my car drive me. It scares me too because I'm like, what if my car gets mad at me? You don't know.
Yeah, it just turns on you one day.
You don't know.
Yeah, that is true. It pretty much has a mind of its own, so yeah.
Yeah, it literally does.
But do you think that there'll ever be a time like where we can just like, all right, put it in like whatever mode and we just sleep and like while the road trip?
Yeah, but at that point, I feel like I still wouldn't. Like that's scary.
Yeah, I know.
What if your car is like, oh, you haven't given me a car wash in 2 months, and oh, here's a nice cliff. Like, sorry.
Your car gets depressed from looking at its ugly self because you don't wash it.
Exactly. The car is like, we live in Yuma. I'm dusty. Please give me a car wash. And then you want to sleep at the wheel? No. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, see, before, like, I'm one of those people where I get attached to things because I turn them into, like, a person.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be something simple, like a bag or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I'm fucked up, you know. I've been talking about it with my therapist, so we're getting through this.
Do you give everything a name?
No, like my Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't do that stuff, no.
I give everything a name. Everything in my house has a name. Like, my car is Agatha. That's a weird-ass name, but that's her name.
I used to do that.
And, like, the pole in my house, her name is Susie.
You named your pole?
Oh, absolutely. Susie Q. I love her.
You know what? That's actually pretty smart, though, because then, like, if you tell people, like, I'm going to go hang out with, like, Susie, everyone just assumes it's a person. You don't have to say, I'm going to go hang out with my stripper pole. I'm going to go, like, you know?
I guess. That's not why I did it, but I'm totally going to use that to my advantage now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just thought about that. That's a good little cover, because then you don't got to put yourself out there like that.
No, I'm hanging out with Susie. Yeah.
That's
good idea.
Cool. Yeah, no, I don't do that, but, what I was saying was, so, like, stuff like that, like, I attach myself to it, but I can only imagine with something like a Tesla that has, like, legit a mind of its own, it's like, oh, now this kind of is a person, like, I would feel sad, like, if it was, like, if an alert came up, like, hey, I need a car wash, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, like, I would really start treating the car like that, because it's giving me a response in a way as, like, another person would.
I definitely talk to my car, but I'm not that nice to it. Like, it'll be like, beep, 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 slow down, whatever. And I'm like, all right, like, relax. Like, I got it. I'm the human here. Don't worry about it.
I'm in control. You start freaking out.
It's like, I have the heartbeat. I got this.
I could just unplug you or something.
Exactly. And, like, don't make me turn you off.
Pour water on you. That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Don't make me take it to the car wash.
Dude, for real. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, good for you for getting the Tesla. If you don't mind me asking, did your job help pay for something like that?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of a crazy backstory. So I started working there. I've only been working there since November. I mean, it's been a really big, life-changing thing. And my life has completely turned upside down in the best way possible. It's so great. This, like, flow of independence. So initially, I was saving up money for a deposit for a wedding. And then we went to go look at venues, and something was like, this is not the right thing to do. And I was like,
the venue or the guy?
All of the above. All of the above.
Sorry.
And I was like, you know what? No, I need to buy myself a car. I was like, I'm not, because at the time we were sharing a car, it was like miserable and like whatever. So I was like, I need to buy myself a car. And if I'm going to buy myself a car, two things. One, I don't want to pay for gasoline ever again. And two, it's going to be whatever car I want. So I bought myself a car instead.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I started working at the club, and between November and December, I was able to save up the down payment that I wanted to put on it. We looked at venues in December, and I bought my car in February.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
And see, that's what I want to teach everyone today is like a profession like that. Like, look what it's doing for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wouldn't want to do it? Like, I've always said it. Like, if I was a girl, I'd be on OnlyFans right now.
It's so funny because that's like a big topic in the club right now because we all have OnlyFans set up. None of us have content. Mm-hmm. So we're like, well, we should obviously just build a big clientele, get together. We'll do like guest stars on each other and do like tease whatever's blah, blah, blah. And then, whatever. Mm-hmm. Print out a few QR codes, put them up in the club. Like, no big deal. We'll figure it out.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I think we make all really good money. And then a lot of times, I mean, Yuma's such like a pass-by town, so a lot of the people we get are like people that are traveling or just driving through or military. So it's like, if our QR code goes with one person and it goes across the country or on the other side of the world and it blows up, like, who knows? You never know.
Damn, and she's a businesswoman.
I love networking. I love marketing. I love the business aspect of things. And that's really what working in the strip club is. Strip club is literally marketing yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Networking with other people too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And do you do like private dances in the back?
Okay, so yeah, we do private dances. But I have a rule for myself.
Okay, yeah.
So since I'm a bartender, a lot of the time I don't dance until after 2, unless it's my day off and I decide to dance and then I'm dancing all night. So my thing is, it's great for the business and it's great for myself if I let people know in the beginning of the night, like, yeah, I'm dancing tonight. Because people ask me all the time, like, oh, are you dancing? Or why aren't you a dancer? Like, whatever. And I'm like, oh, I am, but not until after 2. Gets them to stay for the entire night. They drink the entire time. 2 o'clock comes around, the bar closes, I change, people are there, the club is full, we make money, whatever girls are still there make their money, and then by 2:30, 3 o'clock, people start fizzling out. By 4 o'clock, they can go home. So it's like wonderful. You get them to stay the whole entire night, whatever. Because it's me and there's 2 other shot girls that are like busy, so they're not dancing until after 2 also. Mm-hmm. So I let them know to like market it the same way. I'm like, get these people to stay in the club, because a lot of the time people stay until like, I don't know, 1 o'clock or something like that. Yeah. And then it's like, it kind of sucks because it's then by the time we're able to dance, there's like no one in the club. But if you like hold them there, it's like, like wait until 2, whatever. And then, yeah, you get them to stay. And then that's really where I make them. Well, I make a good amount of money behind the bar for sure. Mm-hmm. But on stage, that's how I really make the majority of my money is when we're open till 4 and I can get people to stay until after 2. Mm-hmm. And then good money for the club also. Yeah. Because there's nothing to do at the strip club other than spend money and drink alcohol. So
exactly, that's why I don't go there.
Well, it's all right.
Take all my money.
No, you give all your money. You can't take it.
Nah, you guys take it. Now, what was I getting at? Oh no, the reason I was asking about if you do private dances because about networking and stuff.
I totally forgot to answer your question.
No, it's all good.
So with that, since I'm like, I don't know. Our prices are very expensive, and you can do a dance and buy a dance from someone, and the girl only gets a portion of it, and then you don't technically have to tip. I think it's rude not to tip if you get a private dance because she's putting in extra effort. But for me, since I think it's rude not to tip for a private dance, I require a $100 tip up front. So whoa. I make sure that there's $100 in my hand before I go to the back to do a dance because I'm not dancing for you for 10 minutes privately for like $45, which is like might be my cut,
They got to put a down payment on it.
Yeah, you got to put a down payment on the booty shake.
Well, so and then when you're back there, do you ever have just people that just want to talk to you?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's people who just want to talk. There's people who...
Like, while you dance, though, or like just sit down and talk?
There's people... Okay, do you want to
have a podcast with you in the back?
Literally. I'm like Platinum VIP podcast with Jessie. Like,
there you go, see?
It's so crazy. But no, people a lot of people just like to talk or they just like want your time. Like they just want like you to be focusing on them. I've literally had a man pay $600 which would technically be an hour nude dance to just rub my feet. Like, he just wanted to rub my feet. Probably a foot fetish. But before that, I was complaining about how my heels were hurting me and I was wearing a pair of brand new Steve Madden boots. And all night I was like, these are so cute, but my feet are killing me. And then, like, right before he left, he was like, can I get a dance with you? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Paid for the dance. Sat down. He was like, no, I'm just here to, like, chill and talk. He's like, you could talk about school. My daughter's in psychology. Like, I'll just rub your feet.
Oh,
It's like, okay. Wonderful. Yeah. I have no complaints.
no, I don't see why not. I think that's like best case scenario, right? I think
That is best case scenario. That is zero complaining.
And have you ever had to have like a security or something take someone out because they were too like handsy or something or too drunk or something?
Yeah, there's always someone too drunk. There's always a Marine trying to fight someone. There's always something. People go to strip clubs and get drunk and also think that it's appropriate for them to take their clothes off. So there's always a guy that like takes his shirt
You're
off.
doing it like I.
Yeah, I know. There's always a guy that gets like really into it and he's like, yeah, like throwing that like $10 or whatever. And he like just takes his shirt off. And I'm like, why? Why does that happen? So then everyone has to tell him, put your shirt on, put your shirt on, put your shirt on. And this happened recently. Multiple times.
They just think you guys are jealous.
Oh, you're just jealous of my muscles.
Yeah. And I look better than you.
Yeah. So we're like, you gotta go. And then like if they don't leave, then it gets to the point where like our DJ really always has our back no matter what. So he'll like cut the music and be like, all right, like you're done. You gotta go. If you don't leave, we're literally gonna close down. And then eventually it gets out. But by the time it gets to that point, everyone in the club is mad at you. Everyone's been telling you to leave because everyone just wants to enjoy themselves and you just won't put your shirt back on. So stuff like that happens and there's always a drunk Marine. Always. Never fails. Every single night. There's always a drunk Marine trying to fight someone, stuff like that. And then as far as getting too handsy, every girl kind of has their own rules, their own boundaries. And I mean, if a girl goes up front or she comes to me or she goes to the DJ and she's like, this guy's like way too much, he's got to go, like we don't question it. He's got to go.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah.
We never question any of the girls on like whether or not they feel safe. But there's definitely some girls that'll allow more than others. And pretty much it really just depends on the person. Like if you're like handsy and you're with a girl who like that's not crossing one of her boundaries, but you're also like not being a dick about it.
Yeah.
Like, can I curse on this?
Yeah, of course you can. We're talking about stripping.
I know. So weird. I know. I'm like, oh fudge. Like I have a good filter brain.
Oh, I can tell you. I've heard you say. I just assumed you didn't curse them. I was like, and you're a stripper. That's really cool.
I have kids, so I try not to. But yeah. But
I gotta work on that. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's just me. But
I'm talking about when my kid comes. When I get my kid.
When I get my kid.
When I go pick him up.
When he gets delivered, overnight shipping.
Yeah, when he gets here, I gotta watch my list. My language.
Is it a boy or girl? Do you know yet?
Boy.
It's a boy.
Oliver.
I'm so excited. Oliver.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. By the way, Ollie. Yeah, oh. I used to skate, so I thought that was cool.
That is so cute.
She got us
your hat.
A baby gift. Huh?
Yay! It matches your hat.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So cute.
So thank you. Now I can tell my son like a stripper got you.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Very cool gifts.
We're gonna have his 5th birthday at a strip club.
Perfect. Platinum cabaret. So we'll decorate it. It'll be
thank you. I'll open it later. I don't want to show off. I don't want,
Don't flex. It's fine.
I don't want to flex. I don't want to flex the baby J's you got for Oliver. And it's funny too because my girl wanted to name him my first name. I mean I like it, but I'm like I don't want a Junior. He ends up being turned into everyone calls him Junior. So I was like, let's put the middle name. So his initials are OJ.
I love that. It can go so many different ways.
Yeah.
Just rock with the orange juice for now.
Yeah. So I'm excited, but yeah, I probably gotta watch my cursing.
It's all right. My 5-year-old is just starting to like repeat everything, and he's like in the backseat of the Tesla the other day, and we're just like talking whatever, and I just hear him go, bitch. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what is going on? I turn around, I'm like, where did you hear that? He's like, Mommy, it's not one of your songs. Your songs all have bad words. And I was like, oh.
He turns it on you. He's like, you're the reason why.
Yeah. He's like, accountability, never. It's all your fault, Mom.
And how do you, I want to preface this before I should have said this earlier, but any questions I ask you, like, I truly do not mean to come off as, like, disrespectful. I'm sometimes dumb, and I don't know how to word questions.
You're totally fine.
So, if anything, you can just be like, nah, not that, and I'm totally cool. I'll cut it out or whatever.
You're cool. No worries.
And we're back. I'm just kidding.
Okay. And action.
And how do you feel, like, being a stripper and then, like, having kids and stuff? Like, have you thought about that later down the road?
Yeah, so It's really interesting because there's really, really amazing perks that like directly affect my children that are good for them. And then there's some things that aren't so great. Obviously, no one wants their mom to be a stripper. You know, like by the time my kids are in high
I
school.
wouldn't mind if my mom was a stripper.
Really?
We'd have good money.
I mean, I guess, yeah. You know what? I guess it's more the stigma, right? So like,
No, I get you though. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like,
at least my mom wasn't a stripper. Like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah.
And it's like, oh, but then my kid could be like, yeah, but your mom drove a Kia.
Yeah.
So
we got the Tesla truck, bitch, and the quad on the back.
Like, we upgraded. But yeah, so it's like, it could go either way. I guess it really depends on how strong you raise your kids. But it allows me to be home with my kids all day. You know, I mean, my son's 5, he goes to preschool, but I have a 9-month-old, so I'm home with him all day. It's amazing. I spend every second with him. I've seen him do his first everything so far. And that's really why I started working at Platinum. I was like, I need a job at night. I need to get out of this relationship. I need to be able to support myself and my kids. I want to make good money. I want to make it fast. And I'm a girl.
That's exactly how I would be thinking. I'm a girl. What am I doing? What do you mean I don't have money? How do I not have money? You know?
Right. What do you mean I don't have things that I like? Or like, yeah, exactly. And like, that's literally the point that I reached where I was like, why am I so miserable? And not only am I miserable, but I'm broke and I'm like, I don't have the things that I like to have, but someone's telling me they're giving me everything and I'm supposed to be so happy because I have like these 2 kids and this wonderful, like whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? No, I could do so much more. Like I could do so much more.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. And I'm really happy with it. And my kids are happy too. It allows me to do more things with them. And also, I've created this amazing family, this amazing tribe. Like, a lot of the girls are also single mothers. A lot of them are going through the same thing. I'm, believe it or not, one of the older ones that are there. A lot of them are much younger than me. But not much younger, but like, 2-3 years. And they all have kids. And we're all under the same impression of like, we need a tribe. Like, we need to be there for each other. I'm one phone call away from being like, hey, can you, like, just this morning, I called my friend, like, hey, can you watch Hendrix? I have to do a podcast. She's like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Drop him off, pick up breakfast. Cool.
That's like what you said to do a podcast. Like, I would assume people like, I have this thing I got to do. Like, no one wants to admit.
No, they don't. My friends are amazing. They don't even question it. And, I've only known them for 6 months, and they've been there for me more than people I've known my entire life.
No, that's awesome. I mean, I
amazing.
assume if you're working with them, like, after so long, you become, and then I feel like girls just have like that sisterhood, like, if they work with each other long enough.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Or yeah, I guess I'm sure.
Catty real fast too,
yeah.
Which isn't something we really deal with at the club, believe it or not. I mean, here and there you get like a few tiffs, but by the end of the night, by the end of the week, everyone's pretty much back on the same page, and it's like, it's really hard to be judgmental in a place like that because it's like, really, bro. Like,
that
I saw
is
you
true.
Naked. Like, we just saw each other naked in the back. You're going to tell me I'm ugly?
Yeah.
So, like, little things like that. But as far as, like, for the kids, honestly, I think it's been amazing for my boys. They have a bunch of different tias now. They have a bunch of different cousins. And they my son has a bunch of friends. He has a family that he hasn't had since I'm originally from the East Coast. So my family's all over there. And, yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. We just created this little family, and he just fits in so perfectly, and he's so happy.
That's cool. It's funny too, because like if you think about it, your son's gonna grow up and like he's like, "Hey, mom, yeah, Lexi's kind of cute." Like,
I'm trying to be like, stop. We already have arranged marriages set up for my child. He's the only boy right now.
Another friend of another kid.
My friend's daughter. Yeah, she's perfect. They literally already fight like a married couple. Like literally, they like.
That would be cool though.
Yeah.
Just grow up together.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing. We're just raising all of them together.
But see, this is the story. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna grow up, and then they're gonna date like a few people, and they're gonna become really close best friends. One's gonna like the other one, then one's not, and then it's gonna switch another month, and they're never gonna find out until they're like 21, and they're like, let's just try this thing, and then
Yeah, and then they were like, our moms were right. We should have just listened to our moms from the beginning. Listen to your mom.
Listen to your mom.
Listen to your mom.
That's episode title. Listen to your mom.
Listen to your mom. I love it. Yeah.
No, that's cool. And then the reason I asked that too is because I recently started doing comedy like last year, like stand up and stuff. And so before having my kid, like, or even finding out about him, I was doing some of these jokes, and I was like, this, like, when I have kids later on, like, am I gonna be worried about like, oh, my dad says like dick jokes, and like, some raunchy stuff, you know, like in public,
Yeah.
like on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't really think about that then. And now that my son's coming, I'm like, oh, I just said my son. That's crazy.
Oh my
Now that
goodness.
Oliver's coming, like he's gonna grow up and like learn about YouTube. He's gonna find me. He's gonna like get older and be like, what the hell? So like, I thought about the same thing. I mean, obviously, it's not like that similar, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I was
Yeah, for
thinking, like,
sure. Well,
what?
maybe he'll just laugh at it.
I
Maybe
hope
he'll just be
so.
like, my dad.
Like,
Like,
I
well,
hope
what
he
a
thinks I'm
dumb.
cool, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the
Yeah.
goal. I want my kids to think I'm cool.
Yeah, and like, and I'm gonna show him. I'm like, dude, look at this dad. Like, he's a whack dad. Look at what I do. Look at what we do. Look
Yeah.
what they do. Like, you
Girl,
know,
look at my outfit, Ollie. Look at my outfit.
you look the same, dog. What are you talking about? You listen to my music. I put you on. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
I'm never
dude.
gonna get old.
No. 28 is my cap. I have 3 more years of birthdays, and then after that, I'm gonna just 28. That's it.
Oh, like that's your.
That's when I'm gonna stop. I'm 25 now,
Oh, okay.
so I have 3 more years, and then my birthdays stop.
Stop.
Yep.
What?
They just stop. I have no more birthdays. I will not be 29 or above.
Oh, I'm like that with 23.
Perfect.
Yeah, I tell my girl, my mom all the time, like, when you give me a cake, can you just say the 23 from here on out to be funny?
That's it.
Yeah.
And nobody likes you when you're 23.
I like me when I was 23.
Blink 182 does not.
Oh, good reference. Are you a fan?
I am a fan.
Wow. Oh, I know. I took it home. I have like this. I have like little frames and stuff, but
Cool.
I didn't know where to put them up, so I took them home. That's so cool. Yeah, you see, they're gonna play Coachella on Sunday.
I did see that. I've never been to Coachella.
We went for the first time in 2019.
Was it amazing?
It is so much fun, and it is what you make of it.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen TikToks and stuff and YouTube videos where people are like, oh, you know, Coachella, it's overpriced and all this. And it's like, there are things like, yeah, it is overpriced, but it is also a festival. It's an experience. Yeah. Like, there's so much more to it. And I was kind of like that too. I was like, ooh, Coachella. And then 2019 was when I got out the military, and I was like, man, and I had like a good amount of money saved. I was like, I'm going to Coachella this year. And by this time I was already talking to my girl. So then, and she had never been either. So it was perfect. Like, and we both just went and experienced it together.
I love it.
It's so much fun. It's like you just get lost in another world for 3 days.
Oh, absolutely. See, I was like that with EDC, and I used to go to EDC New York all the time.
That's what we were talking about. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Because EDC is strictly that.
It's intense.
But I do want to go. I love the light shows.
It's intense, and this is going to sound strange, but I'm the type of person, I like to go to concerts and festivals alone. I don't like to go with people.
That's not strange at all. My little brother does that.
I vibe.
We'll just drop him off.
Because I just lose people. And I'm like, if I'm going to lose you, I'm going to be worried about losing you. No, I'd rather just go by myself.
Especially when you go to a festival and you want to see different sets, you got to worry, like, well, they don't want to see that. It's like,
that's not my
so
problem.
do I stay with you or do you come with me?
No,
Yeah, no.
I don't. I'm going.
Yeah, that is true.
Going. Yeah. And I've always been like that. And I did the whole rave thing super young. Like I said, I grew up on the East Coast, so I grew up in New York City, upstate New York. Yeah.
I want to visit New York so bad.
It's a wonderful time. If you ever go, I will give you a list of the actual good places you need to go.
Thank you.
So you don't get stuck in Times Square and like walk in circles.
Perfect. That's what I need.
Because that's what everyone does. Everyone just goes to Times Square and they're like, oh, look at these big screens. Now what? Like, New York is so much more.
But I still want to go and see that, though.
Oh, of course. You have
to. At least
to.
Like a day.
Yeah.
Or at least like for...
It's the only clean subway you'll find in New York is from Grand Central Station to Times Square. It's the only subway they clean. It looks clean. Like, you could eat off the floor. But if you go on, like... It's because tourism.
Yeah, they want.
You go to a different subway, you're like, oh, look at that dog. No, that's a rat. Like, it's horrible.
Are the rats really that big?
They get big.
I've seen pictures. I'm like, that's photoshopped. Like, I've literally like, it's almost as big as that little vacuum right there.
They get big.
Or like a little chihuahua.
I've never seen one that big, but definitely
not fat. But I'm saying like, maybe
pretty big.
I'm a little high, so maybe. Okay, like the size of a little chihuahua. Yeah, like the size of a dog. Yeah. A mini dog.
Like that light right there. See that light? That's about as big.
That's still fucking big.
That's fucking huge. Yeah.
Like, if that jumped on me, it would get a good chunk out of me for a few times.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah. And no, not it's yeah. So, but if you go to Times Square, like, you'll be fine. That one subway is clean.
Is New York bad right now? Like, if you go travel, is there any like?
I don't know. It's definitely not the same as it was pre-pandemic. I went back once since the pandemic's happened, and it was like a whole new world. It's like depressing, kind of. It's like weird. Like, it's not like the lively, upbeat, everyone's wearing fun colors and not being judgmental type. It's more of like, we're on one side and you're on another. Like, everyone's mad. Yeah, it's super divided right now. I haven't been back in, I want to say 2 years, but I definitely just felt like a different type of energy when I went back. And when I did go back, my family even told me, like, you gotta be careful. Like, it's not the same New York that you left. And I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, it's New York. It's fine. No, it is not. It is different for sure.
Yeah.
It's rough, but I don't know. It's still New York. There's still beautiful places and things to see, but I don't know. I think people are just a little bit more reckless right now. I think people care less about what's going on and who they hurt and things like that, unfortunately. But everyone's going crazy.
And so, so then what brought you down to Yuma?
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, I think I know the answer.
Tell me. Tell me what you think it is.
Is it a boy?
It was a boy.
Was it a boy?
It was a Marine. I married and divorced a Marine.
Sorry, you gotta leave that
out. Yeah, I married and divorced.
That's usually the Yuma story, though.
Yeah, but you know what? It wasn't horrible. It wasn't like a horrible, crazy, mad divorce. Like neither of us like cheated or anything like that. We were kind of just done.
Mutual.
Like, it's like, yeah, we were like, all right, you're going. I was like, cool, I'm staying. Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually chose to stay in Yuma. We were supposed to move to Colorado, and he was all for staying married, whatever. He didn't really like love it or hate it. He was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, come to Colorado with me. And I was just like, no, I like Yuma. Like, something's gonna, like, there's something about Yuma that makes me want to stay. And I did, and I've been happy. I have no complaints, so I'm sure he's happy. Colorado's amazing.
It is. So. I was there for a while. It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
You should have went. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Gotta
go. Were you working at the strip clubs at the time when you were with him, or not till after you guys?
No, I didn't start working at the strip club until November of this past year. Okay, but since then, no, you're fine. I was bartending on base, and I worked at Buffalo Wild. I worked at a bunch of different places in town, and then he got deployed, and I wasn't working because I had my first son. And it was actually crazy because it was like right when the pandemic happened. I got laid off. I had my son, or like my son was maybe just under a year old, and I was like in the house alone, and he like went on the boat. I couldn't talk to him, and I went through this crazy like period of my life where I couldn't do anything. Everything was closed or whatever. So I literally was just like in isolation by myself with a baby, like trying to figure life out. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, that's literally came out a whole new person. And then by the time he came home, I was like, yeah, I really like being alone. He was like, me too. I was like, perfect. So,
that's cool. And see, that's something like, I have a hot take about that it sucks, but like, the pandemic was a bad time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was awful to a lot of families, my family too. Like, it sucked. But for me, and from what it sounds like to you, like, the pandemic kind of pushed people. Like, for me, pandemic was the reason I did comedy, because before that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it in June. And then this pandemic happened, everything shut down. I'm like, oh my God, like, what if I never get to do like stand up? What if, you know? And then when everything started opening back up, I was like, and I made it like a thing to myself, like, as soon as we're off this like lockdown and everything's open and there's shows again, like, I'm gonna go to the first one I see. And it was the pandemic that forced me to do that. So in a way, like, as much as bad stuff it brought, like, I have a feeling like there was some good out of it for some of us.
I feel like a lot of people learned about themselves and like created new hobbies and like actually did things that weren't like, I don't know, staring at their phones, and like, like people got bored looking at their phones and then decided to do things.
Yeah, the pandemic's the reason why I started the podcast.
There you go.
I had been wanting to do it, and then when it happened, I was like, well, I could do the podcast. Like, I have nothing else to do. And then also I was like, this is a perfect time because no shows are putting out new episodes, no movies are coming out. So I'm like, people will be like, well, I have nothing else to watch. I guess I'll check out his podcast, you know?
Yeah.
So like, sure. In a way, like, it was kind of good for some of us.
Yeah. And I used to do did a lot of research. The dispensary was still open, and I like started doing a lot of mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just recently started doing them. Not all the time. I've only done them twice, but like.
So it's a lot of fun, and that's really what started happening. Was I started like microdosing. I started getting really into researching all about it and stuff like that, and then I got into painting and like, whenever I could like take a second to myself when I didn't have my kid and like my friend was watching him or something, I would like not do like big trips, but I would like take a good amount and like clean my house. And then I found the best joy in cleaning my house. Like, I just enjoyed it so much that my house is flawless all the time. Still like that. And still like that. Yeah.
Just in case you're wondering.
Just in case you're wondering, yeah. But so then I really fell in love with like healing, like natural healing and like blah 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 whatever, and it actually pushed me to want to go to school. So now I'm going to school, and like, yeah, pandemic did all of that, mushrooms did all of that. All of that was like a really big help to get me like on the right track to decide what I wanted to do. And now I'm a stripper. Just kidding.
And after all that, I'm a stripper. No, I mean, like I said, it all worked out.
Yeah,
in the end.
for sure.
Um, my mind always blanks. Oh, I had some questions for you that I actually wrote down.
Wonderful.
So let me see. Let me pull out my notes real
Pulls
quick.
out the scroll.
My laundry list. Oh, so you mentioned before when we talked that you had a sugar daddy at some point, or what was up with that?
We love the sugar life. Okay, I call him a Splenda daddy because he doesn't require any sugar. He requires my time, not my body, which is so wonderful.
I like that. Splenda.
A
Okay.
stevia daddy, if you
A
will.
stevia daddy. A stevia daddy sounds good.
He's great. He's old. I won't tell you his occupation because he's local, but he's
No, you're good.
fabulous. He just likes to talk and he has some really rad stories. Like he's super old. Like he's like 70 years old. Like he's old. And we're just like chatting up. It's like first dinner, whatever. He's like, good Red Lobster. I'm like, wonderful, Red Lobster, cool. And he's like, oh, what are your kids' names? I'm like, well, I have Hendrix and Johnny. He's like, Hendrix? And I'm like, yeah. He's like the gin? And I'm like, no, like Jimi Hendrix. He's like, with an X? I'm like, yeah. He goes, year 19, I almost said 1775. He's like 1970 something. He's like, I was 60 or 60 something. He's like, I was 16 years old and my first concert ever was Jimi Hendrix. And I was like, oh, you're
You
so
got to see
cool.
him live?
I'm like, you're so cool. And then he just goes off with like the different concerts. He's like, and I used to trip on acid and follow the Stones around the country. And I'm like, wow, like you're actually a cool person. You're not just an old guy with money.
Yeah.
So we vibe.
Yeah.
He's cool. He hooks me up. I have great allowance with him. He's wonderful. He just bought me a couch. Just got a brand new couch. It's on the way. It's beautiful. I'm so excited.
How often do you guys hang out? Is there like a
Once
schedule?
a week. We go out to dinner once a week, or we'll go out to lunch, or I'll be like, I want to go to Dillard's. He'll be like, let's go to Dillard's. You know, like
Take you
whatever.
shopping?
Yeah, and that's like a thing. He just likes like company. Like he's alone and whatever. He has the money to find a pretty girl that likes his company. And what's cool is that we actually have things to talk about. Like, because I'm like a weirdo. I like listen to the old shit. So I'm like right on his era. I'm like, I am basically 70 years old. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we get along great. So yeah, he really takes care of us, honestly. Like before I met him, like I was still, I had already moved out of my house, bought my car and like everything. But he really sprinkles like the luxury on my life. Like he really likes to make sure that like I have the clothes that I want, I have the bags that I want, I'm able to do things with my friends and like go on vacations and things like that. Like that's his part. Like I don't really let his money trickle into like taking care of my kids or anything like that.
Okay.
Because like God forbid something happened, like now I don't have a source of income for specifically my kids' school. So like
you
when
want to know
it
you got that covered.
yeah, so when it comes to me and my kids and my bills, like I make sure that I can do that organically, and then anything that I get from him is really just like savings, luxury, and then, if I want to take my kids to Disney or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's wonderful. I've gotten no complaints. My friends call me Jessie Nicole Smith. They're like, "Are you gonna marry him?"
Wow, that's a good one.
I'm like, "Are you gonna marry him?" I'm like, "No, I don't know. Who knows?"
And do you guys have like a? This is very interesting because I've always heard about it and it sounds awesome. It sounds exactly what I would assume it was. I was like, wait, so you're gonna give me money and I just gotta like hang out with you because like I'm hot and you're too old?
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect to the guy if he's listening to this, but if he is, shout out to you. That's
he
dope.
won't. Yeah.
But
My friends call him Gilf Daddy.
is he good looking like for an old man at least?
He's like a
Or he's just like an old
super
man?
tall old white dude like that.
I know
like,
who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
you're like, I know exactly who that is.
There's
Yeah,
not too many.
no, he's wonderful. I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about him because he's not overbearing. Like if I don't answer him, he won't double text me. Like he like totally respects my life, and he tells me all the time. He's like, I know you're young. I know you can have a boyfriend, do whatever you want. He's like, I really enjoy having your time.
Does he ever go see you at the strip club? Like low key?
No.
Like in a hood and sunglasses?
Nope. Like
that you know of, huh?
With the mustache. No, not that I know of. He's
You're like,
always
Jim,
working.
is that you? Oh no.
Gotta run. No, I don't. No, he's pretty like a conservative, just like chill old man. Goes to work, goes home, sleeps. When I get home from work at like 4 o'clock in the morning, he's waking up because he's old. So he wakes up early as fuck.
Because
So
he's old.
Yeah, so he's like, you can call me. I'm like, okay. And if I don't, he doesn't care. Like, like as long as I give him a couple hours during the week and I actually have genuine conversations with him and I'm not like, oh, yeah, this is what I want you to buy me this week, Like, we actually talk about stuff. He tells me about his work stuff. I complain to him about my friends or my boy troubles or whatever it is. And he's all for it. honestly, it's crazy. He's like my dad. Like it sounds horrible. Not like my biological dad. It's just like the daddy
cool.
part and sugar daddy. Like I feel like protected by him. I feel like if I needed anything, he's the first person I would call.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely doesn't look at me like a daughter.
He's stevia father.
The stevia padre, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be more respectable in the name. No, that's so cool. So okay, if you don't mind me asking, how did this all start? Because I get some messages sometimes from like ladies and like,
Ooh.
yeah, but I'm like, this has to be fake, right? Like, so I just totally ignore them. But sometimes, like when they say like, I'll give you an allowance of this to this, I'm like,
You're like, okay, maybe.
if this is real, I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it's especially like they'll say like, I just want to go on dates and like stuff like that, nothing sexual. I'm like,
yeah.
but it's usually fake. I just assume it's fake. So how did this happen?
You can assume everything is fake. He was a friend of a friend, and he got my WhatsApp. And he messaged me on WhatsApp, and he's like, "Hey, my name is so and so. This is what I'm looking for. I'm super upfront." He's like, if you're not interested, just let me know you're not interested." He's like, "I'm really not looking for anything short term, like something long term, blah blah blah, whatever." Didn't tell me an allowance thing or anything like that, and I was just like, "Hey, like, yeah, my name's Jess. I go by Jessie with him. That's another thing. Like, yeah." Yeah. So there's still boundaries, you know? So it's like I still don't, like know who this person is. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, and I also was like, okay, this could be absolute bullshit, but also like whatever. If it is, what's the harm? You know? So I just answered him and I was like, yeah, sure, like I would love to get dinner, whatever. And then like 3 or 4 days later we got dinner and then the rest was history.
But like when he sent you that, you weren't like, what the hell? Like you were just like,
I totally was.
Just like, this is cool, yeah. Fuck it.
I literally totally was like, what the fuck is this?
Did you reply right away, or you like waited a while? And, like
I waited a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say you really got to think about that one.
Yeah, well, because it was random, but I am like a firm believer in like things come to people when they're supposed to, and I literally was like. I kept saying it out loud. I kept telling my friends, like, I need a sugar daddy who doesn't want any sugar. Like, I need a sugar daddy who just wants to hang out with me. I need a sugar daddy that I can, like, talk to. And I would just, like, talk to my friends about it. I say it over and over and over again. And then, like, I got this message, and I'm like, my phone's listening to me. I'm like, this is a robot. I'm like, there's no way. And I'm like, but you know what? Even if it is, like, what's the worst that can happen? They don't answer me, or it's, like, a freaking robot. Like, who cares? And I did. And then 3 days later, I went to Red Lobster, and it was the best thing I ever did. One of the best things I've ever done.
In that first date, did he break down like the rules and like the money and everything?
No. So essentially, my allowance, like, I have a set like amount that I tell him, but he'll ask me every week, like, what do I need? Like, how can I help you this week? Like, he'll never say, how much do you want? Like, what do you need help with? So, I'll like calculate like, okay, this is like what my bills are, whatever, make sure that I can cover it. But then whatever my actual bills are is what I'll ask him for.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, even though I know I have him covered, at least I know I also have like next month, but then I'll just, that's my money.
But like the couch thing, you're like, well, I need a new couch.
Well, yeah. So I just moved into my house, and the couch that's in my house right now is not my couch, and I hate it. And I was like, my couch is too small. I can't like sit on the couch because my kids move around a lot. It drives me crazy. And he was like, all right, babe, let's go get a couch. I was like, perfect. Furniture Row, here I come. Wow. So, yeah, I went to Furniture Row.
That's so fun, man. I want one.
I know. And then, like, I told him.
I want the new PS5. Dude, bro, let's go. I'll go get you one right now.
Perfect.
All right, Dad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you Dad. I just love you so much. I have so much.
You're like daddy issues.
I'm legit like, yo, how can I get one of these?
He's so cool. And he like rewards me for like the good rewards, like whatever. Like I'm in school. No one's ever given a shit about my schoolwork ever. My dad did not care about how I did in school. He didn't even check on my homework when I was growing up.
Dads, you better be listening to this.
You better be listening. Checking on the homework.
Or don't, because then your daughter will have a Tesla and like.
And a sugar daddy. And he'll check in on her homework when she's in college. I told him I had a 4.0 last semester. Bought me 2 Louis Vuitton bags.
Took you to Chuck E. Cheese with all tokens.
Yep, all of them. All of them.
What if he just starts doing things like just treating you like a daughter? I wanna take you to Chuck E. Cheese. You wanna go to Disneyland? Like,
wait, we're going to Disney.
You and him?
Yes. And he wants me to take my kids and his daughter. He has an 18-year-old daughter.
And you're cool with bringing the kids along?
Yeah, because he's just old as fuck. So it's like I don't really think my kids. I don't think my son will think anything of it. I think he'll just be like, all right, Uncle Roger, old man, perfect. Yeah, that's good.
And they're gonna love him because he's gonna buy him fucking everything.
Everything.
Dude, my heart's racing. Like, why can't this be available for guys? I mean, I know it is, but it's not as easy. I'm not saying
I
it's
can't.
easy.
It's probably not as easy.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think it's definitely easier as a girl because men are so much more forward. But I don't know. We're in a new phase of life. We're like, you might just find a cougar that likes your sunglasses.
I mean, no, but if it's just for the affection thing, like she just wants to listen,
wants to
like she just
chill.
wants to talk and like tell her war stories, like,
Yeah.
or that she hooked up with JFK, like I'm all down for that. If that's
Is
all
your
it is,
sugar mama Marilyn Monroe? Is that what just happened?
That would be cool. Or like an old movie actress.
Wow,
like,
yeah.
The story.
Meryl Streep. You need to get in contact with Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
That's a good sugar mama. Yeah. She's got class.
I need to go on,
That's another thing. If you ever find a sugar parent, is that what we should call it? A sugar parent?
Sugar parent.
A sugar guardian?
Sounds like a candy.
You should make sure that they have the same taste in you. Because if you find a sugar daddy who's like really cool wearing like sweatpants and like a dirty t-shirt, you can't expect him to like want you to have like more than he does. Like my sugar daddy, he's so posh. He's always in a suit. He has a beautiful car. Like he likes the finer things, so naturally he likes to make sure that I have him as well. But if you find a sugar daddy that's like cheap with himself, he's gonna be cheap with you, even if he has the money, because it's like, well, why would he give you more than he gives himself?
Gotcha. Smart. That's things you gotta look out for. Red flags and sugar daddies.
Red flags and sugar cardi.
Fuck, man, that's insane.
It's very interesting.
But it's
very interesting.
I'm telling you, like, it sounds exciting.
The life is so exciting. And it's ever changing. But you know what? It's the most consistent, ever changing life ever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like an absolute oxymoron. It doesn't make any sense, but there's
never a dull moment in your life.
Never a dull moment. But I still get to do the wholesome mom thing. Like during the day, I'm a mom. If I'm not like here, doing this, or like. Whatever. Like you
go to birthday parties, take them to the park.
Yeah, I go to birthday parties. I have birthday parties. We go to the park. My kids are always hanging out with other kids. We eat mac and cheese 10 days out of the year. I'm just kidding. 10 days out. I meant to say out of the week, and then I was like 7 days a week.
I was like, it's pretty healthy, I guess. Then.
Well, 7 days a week we eat mac and cheese. No, I'm just kidding. But like my kids are classic kids with the chicken nuggets and the Happy Meals and whatever. And like my life is so wholesome, believe it or not. Like inside my home, it's so like normal. It's peaceful, and it's like my kids are cool. And then, you do the sugar thing and you do the club thing and you bring the money home and the kids don't question it because they're taken care of. Mm-hmm. That's what matters.
Do you, I feel like this is like a psychological question, but like...
Go for it. I love psychology.
Okay, cool. Do you think that having this sugar daddy, it's going to turn in, like, that's going to affect having relationships because then you're going to look for guys similar to your sugar daddy? Because it sounds like you like your sugar daddy. You said he dresses up nice and... Mm-hmm. He has nice cars. He has nice things. Do you think you're going to want your boyfriend or your next relationship to be like that?
So this is interesting. So
is that a good question?
No, that's a great question.
I blacked out for a second.
You're all like humming. No,
yeah, I was like, I said something smart. No, I didn't ask a dumb question.
The philosopher. No, just kidding.
What's your real name? Not your stripper name.
What's your real name? Just kidding.
There you go, yeah.
That's an interesting question. I'm really, really good at splitting personal and business. Like my sugar daddy's an income.
Okay.
And I understand like in my head that like I can lose my job at any time. If he finds someone he thinks is more beautiful, more interesting, whatever.
That is true.
So when it comes to relationships, I'm super upfront and like for example, there's a boy. And I literally actually just had this conversation yesterday. I was like, I need to, and we haven't been talking for very long. It's been like 2 weeks maybe. Mm-hmm. But like, he's cool. We're into each other, whatever. And I asked him and I was like, well, how do you feel about me like working at the club, being a dancer, like, this being my lifestyle? And he's like, it's cool. Like, get your bag. Like, no big deal. Like, whatever. Yeah. I'm all for it.
Dude, I like that guy.
He's so cool. No, he's so cool.
I hate guys that are like they affect the way a girl makes her money.
You're too busy being a whore.
Yeah. What? You get fucked again tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
I was bartending. I wasn't even stressing.
Like
sucking dick behind the bar. God, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like I said, it's the beginning. So I was like, all right, well, let me ask you that question in 3 or 4 months. I was like, what feelings? You better not be
one of those guys that's like, I can change her.
Well, I've seen it so many times. Yeah, I've seen so many. And so that's what I said yesterday. I was like, I'm going to ask you that question in 3 or 4 months because as feelings get stronger, like those feelings might change.
Mm.
Because it's like right now I'm a girl that he's talking to that he likes. That's cool. That's a stripper that makes money, and she, you know, she has like whatever, she's independent, she does her thing, like whatever. But in 3 or 4 months it might be, damn, I'm really into this girl. Now everyone gets to see different parts of her that I wish only I could see. Or people get to see her dance in a way that only I want to see her dance.
I get
or, you know, she's flirty at work in a way that I wish she was only flirty with me. So he's not at work with me. I can't take him into work with me so that they can see. But my personality at work, as far as being flirtatious, is totally different than how I flirt when I'm looking for a relationship or like trying to flirt with someone and like actually, you know, talk to them.
You get affection out of it opposed to just getting more money.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's really easy to, it sounds horrible, but it's really easy to finesse like in the club and like really be any girl that man wants you to be.
Oh, of course.
But if you're like being yourself and you're like working on being more in like a relationship or, you know, starting to talk or whatever it is, and you want this person in your life and you're like being your organic self, well, if that person understands the difference between you at home and you at work, then it's probably easier for them to wrap their head around like, okay, yeah, my girlfriend's a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
But if they think that you flirt the same way overall, or you're equally as affectionate to everyone the way you are with them, and they don't have the understanding of like business and relationship and the difference between the two, it'll never work.
Okay. Yeah. So you just have to find someone that's really about your lifestyle.
Yeah. You have to find someone that's just like comfortable with it, which is why I'm like, first of all, I am horrible when it comes to relationships. I just have like no desire really right now to like.
You just seem like a free spirit.
I am.
You just don't want to be locked down.
And every time I get locked down, I fucking lose my mind. Mm. Literally and I've always been like that. Every time I get into like a relationship where they're like, okay, like you're mine, we're going to get married, or like we have a kid together, or whatever it is, I panic and I'm like, no. I'm like, I need to get my life back. I need to do my own thing, you know, and like whatever. And then that's always what ends up happening. And then I get into the position I'm in now where I could do it by myself. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship. Mm. But then someone always comes along and they're always nice and they always say the right things. But now in this lifestyle, I think it's going to be a lot easier to weed out like the fake fools, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you can't hang out with me now, like as a stripper, and then when I ask you 3 or 4 months or like how you feel, and now you're starting to get mad at me, or now you're starting to tell me that you want to take me out of the club, and now you're telling, you know, all this stuff. I'm like, I don't need to be saved. Like, I'm not looking to be saved right now. And I need whoever that like comes into my life to understand that they're an asset to make my life easier and more enjoyable when I'm at home, and not to make my life harder at work. Because I don't want to be working and have 15 text messages of like, what are you doing? Who's there? Is it busy? Did you give any dances? Are you going on stage? Like, no, I don't want any of that. And if I get any of that, I'm just not answering you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to hate me. And then it won't work out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that works. Relationships in the strip club, they don't always last. I haven't seen many of them last.
I mean, not to be disrespectful, but I don't assume it would. And just because I assume there's not a lot of guys that are able to be with someone like that just for like I said, the lifestyle.
Yeah. And then also, no offense, but a lot of the time do not like when their girls do better than them or make more money than them.
See, and that's another thing I don't understand. Like, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. Like, I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I told dude, if my girl's making money, why would I interfere with that? It's only helping me out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only shooting myself in the foot.
Oh, because you're not insecure. It's insecure, man. That's what it is. It's like, I need to be the provider, and I need to be the only, you know, like, only person that gets all of her affection and all of her time and all of her energy. And men that don't understand that, like, yeah, even if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm still a human.
Yeah.
Like, I am still my own person. I still need my own hobbies. I still want to go have fun. And, but yeah, all that stuff is really good to like, it's honestly working at the club and being single is very interesting because you have 3 different types of people. You have the person that's like, oh, you're a stripper, that's dope, I'm going to come see you, we're friends now, like whatever, but wouldn't be in a relationship with you because of that. So now you're friends. There's always that guy.
At least you got a friend.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then there's the guy who wants to save you, of course. He's like, oh, whatever. Like, yeah, it's cool that you're a dancer. Are you going to be here for your whole life? What brought you to the club? Like, are you depressed? Do you have daddy issues? That guy. That guy wants to save you. And that guy will not save you. That guy needs therapy because he is insecure.
Yeah.
And then there's the guy that's like, cool, I'm glad you're a dancer. And like, whatever, make your money, do your thing. And then it just depends on whether or not that guy is going to change into the last one. You know? So I don't know.
And is that what you see as like a thing? Like it starts out, they tell you the things you want to hear, and then in time they're like, okay, like I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. Like they start thinking like that.
I see it all the time. Yeah. Especially when my thing is like when you meet a dancer at a club and then you get into a relationship with her and then you get mad that she's a dancer. I don't understand. Like, why did you like you met her there?
Exactly. Like, that's so true. It's just like when people in relationships and they start liking the guy because like he drinks too much, but it's like, bitch, you met in a bar.
Literally.
You guys got fucking wasted
I
together.
made that mistake. Literally, my first date with my ex, he literally blacked out after the caress and slammed his face on the floor. And then like a year and a half later, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with an alcoholic.
Why didn't I see that?
What? How did I get here?
See, I don't do that till like the 6th date.
Bro, no, first date. Like, where's my car type of drunk? And I'm like, fuck. Like, okay, literally got driven home by strangers. This is actually a crazy story because I was divorced, but I hadn't moved out yet. So I was still living with my ex-husband, but we were cool. And like, we were both doing our own thing. Like, he had his own thing going on, so did I. So I had to bring my blacked out date home to my husband. And he let him in and he shook his hand and he said, sleep with him on the couch and do not let him get in the car. And I said, okay.
Wow, this guy's cool.
He's the best. He's the best. He's the best husband ever. He's wonderful. I hope he's having a wonderful time. Timmy, awesome. Have a wonderful time.
Shout out Timmy.
Shout out to Timmy.
No, that's awesome. And actually, that was another question. It was just like your job affecting relationships, but it seems like it doesn't bother you if it did.
My job probably ended my last relationship. Yeah, because because that relationship needed to end anyway. The relationship needed to end so badly. And then I started working at the club because I wanted to leave and I didn't have any money because I had just had my baby. I was out of work for a year and a half and he had just went back to work and he wasn't like the most generous person, you know? And I'm not the type of girl that likes to go to a guy and be like, can I have money to get my nails done? Like, you know, Now I am.
Yeah, I was going to say, what?
Now I am, but like not in that relationship because it was so uncomfortable. But yeah, I started working at the club I would come home and he'd be like, that's a lot of money. And I'd be like, it sure is. Like, you know, whatever. And
I'd be like, can I get some?
Exactly. Which would have been fine. I'd be like, here's a stack.
Damn.
But
no, throw it at me, babe.
I know. Well, make it rain.
do how they do to you at the clubs. I'll stand on the bed. I'll get naked.
There's a technique to that.
What's
oh my gosh.
money?
I should teach you how to throw money.
Well, I don't have that much money.
That's fun. I might have a stack in my car. I don't know. I have to check. I have to check my glove ball.
Do you do the like the card thing where you bend it and then you like kind of flap them out and they flap out? No.
Best thing to do. You fan it out and you hold it with your thumb and just your like two little pinchers.
Like where they're all connected to?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Just that and then it's like a flick of the wrist. That's it. Just
and it's the perfect throw?
It's the perfect.
Do you have people that just like have like money they're just like throwing it at you and it's like hitting you hard?
There are so many different techniques of throwing. I have people literally make me origami. That's the best. People make little paper airplanes. I had a Marine make a tank. He made a tank and he just
flicked it to you on stage.
Just left it from me on stage. This guy made a frog and he just like bounced, like it bounces. People are crafty.
Wow.
My favorite is when someone builds a house though. They'll have like a bunch of stacks and they'll like, you know, like fold them in half and like literally build like a house. Wow. I'm like, I want a 3-story house. Keep building it.
I've never heard of that. That's really cool.
Yeah. So that's a technique I use to get money. Like when I go on stage, I need to build me a house. I'm like, what do you mean build you a house and then I show them? Like, I want at least 4 stories.
Damn.
I'm telling you.
What's the most you've ever made in one night?
2,300 in a night. And that's Yuma.
Is that dancing and bartending or both or one or the other?
That's dancing and bartending, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's both. So just dancing, the most I've made in a night is probably like 1,200.
Damn.
Yeah. So still pretty good. But again, that's Yuma. Like imagine Vegas or Phoenix or New York. Like that's crazy.
Do you think you're not ready for the big leagues or why you haven't gone over there?
I just like Yuma. I really like Yuma. I don't want to leave.
Shop local, guys.
Shop local. Support your local scrippers. Yeah, come visit us at Platinum Cabaret.
Damn, yeah. Oh, you know what's so funny is my girl, I don't know, there's like this old strip club commercial, and it's, I can't remember the name, but it was a strip club in San Luis, and it would say like, 40 girls waiting for you. I forgot what the name of it, but because he has like a really bad English accent, and he always tells me like, look, and he points, huh? Is it Hawaii? No, they said that the strip club's not even here no more. But he always says that though, and he's like 40 women waiting for you.
That's funny.
Yeah, but what were we talking about before that?
I don't know. Supporting local.
Yes.
Support local.
Oh yeah. And what were the two places you work at? Sorry.
Platinum Cabaret and Roxy Cabaret. Roxy's only open on the weekends, and Platinum's open 7 days a week.
Nice. Do you guys sell food?
No, we don't. But you could DoorDash.
DoorDash some wings.
DoorDash whatever you want.
I feel like wings and a strip club always go together.
Wings and a strip club. I'm down. I'm always down. Or pizza, strip club. I always DoorDash Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is my shit.
He's like, what's going on?
I know. Bro, we're getting hungry. Just kidding.
If you don't mind, I gotta take a break. I gotta use the restroom.
Do you think?
And then we gotta reset everything.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, we'll be back after these messages. All right, let's take a quick break real quick and thank another sponsor for the podcast. That is Liquid IV. Liquid IV, if you go to liquidiv.com, you get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com. So I just said. And use code SLOB at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code SLOB, SLOB at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today at liquidiv.com, promo code SLOB. Yeah, thank you guys once again, Liquid IV, for sponsoring another episode of Slob on the Pod. Real quick, guys, Liquid IV is, obviously I have two products here, and they're ripped open because I use them. This one they sent me is, this is my new favorite flavor, watermelon. Got to try it out. Watermelon and lime are my two favorites right now, but watermelon's dope. I even saw, like, on this thing you can make, like, smoothies and stuff. Put in some Liquid IV, like, for the summer. So check that out. This one is Yuzu Pineapple Energy Multiplier, and this is really good, by the way. It's, like, kind of tart, kind of, like, sweet like a candy. I really like it. I drink one of these. Actually, I drink one of these in the morning when I wake up. And then I drink these. I just put this in a bottle and sip it, like, while I'm at work. So they're awesome products. I love them. My boy over here wasn't feeling too well one day, so I took him a pack, and I hope it helped. Did it help? Yeah, cool. Yeah, see, so Liquid IV, we use it a lot. Recently, a family member of mine got really sick, and I took her some Liquid IV, like a box of it, like whatever they had sent me, and it really helped. It got some fluids into her. She was very dehydrated. So thank you, Liquid IV, for saving my family and friends. Real quick, 1 stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. Contains 5 essential vitamins, B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. With 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks, made with premium ingredients, non-GMO, and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. What makes Liquid IV so effective? The science of cellular transport technology, CTT, designed to enhance rapid absorption of water and other key ingredients into the bloodstream. 1 stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. Liquid IV is on a mission to change the world. Liquid IV has donated over 20 million servings globally. Once again, guys, go to liquidiv.com. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use code SLOB, S-L-O-B, at liquidiv.com. Thank you, Liquid IV, for sponsoring this episode. Thank you for the products. All right, let's get back to the show.
La da 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 da.
And we're back. You recording? We're good? We gotta take a break. Bleep that out. Make it seem like we're doing, like, worse.
What? Doing what?
Fix it, like, worse. Like, bleep it out so they're like, wait, are they doing?
Oh.
No one knows.
Oh, worse. So I was like, what's a worse?
Oh my god, why'd you make us do it?
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
I know. Oh,
this is me at the club. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been in the club like not stoned.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah.
But what's that? Is that money? Oh, you can
a
throw.
dollar make me holla. Okay.
Hey. Imagine she starts taking her clothes off. It's like, no, not that, not that.
Not for the free. Okay. Well,
she's gonna give us a class on how to properly throw money.
Okay. Ready? Money throwing lessons with Jessie.
Can you see her?
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Can you hang on to this?
So first off, we need more money, but this will do.
Okay, you know what? I actually do have. I have more money.
No, it's fine.
No, but I'm serious. Like, do you know how much this is? Okay. Well,
I'm not gonna put them out like that.
30. Okay, 40. So then
$3,500. Cool.
Yours is 40, and then whatever's left over is mine.
Man, we need to get prop money.
I do have. You need to get prop money, and you know what else you need to get? You need to get a money gun.
A money gun. You have some? Oh yeah.
Cool. Okay, so it's just okay. So. 40,
it'd be funny if you had it on you though. 40,
and the rest of it is mine. I don't know how much it is. So okay, this is what you do. You get a nice stack, preferably over $50. preferably, especially if it's going on a stage. Screw it, at least $100. And you really want to fan it out so that they're like literally like one by one, like no clumps. The clumps is what ruins you. The clumps. The plump clumps give you density and they make you crash and fall. Okay, so you have your fan. Look at that.
That looks nice.
That's a real fan.
Looks good.
Now,
it's good money.
There's 2 ways you could do it. You could really throw your whole arm, which I think will hurt you, or you can just flick your wrist and just.
That is honestly like a movie throw.
I'm telling
That's
you.
a round of applause.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll pick it up after.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, it looks great.
It looks kind of. Why didn't we do this before?
Well, because we did it now.
Man, what do you think about it? All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
For lending us some money. I choked on my spit. Oh, my water.
Water. Water.
Oh, question.
Answer.
Okay.
You guys are going to get the high girl laugh. And you're going to hear it. And I'm going to sound like Beavis and Butthead. And you're going to have to just laugh.
No, this is perfect. I love it. Because now I'm high, so I'm going to laugh even extra harder. So you're going to seem funnier. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
It's like, okay. Thank God this will be entertaining
No.
now.
You're awesome. What's it like for a stripper to do around this time during tax season?
It's busy, and a lot of the time you can get overwhelmed and just not do it. And I suggest not doing that.
I thought you were going to say, and I suggest not doing them.
No, look right in the camera. I suggest not doing that. Don't get overwhelmed. Okay, first tip. If you're going to become a dancer, you need to keep your receipts for everything. Clothes, heels, nails, eyelashes, makeup, your phone. If you give people, not really your phone. You could, but it will get technical. Yeah, it would get technical because it's like, well, you really shouldn't be giving your phone out to the club, blah, 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 whatever. But you could be like, well, that's how I bring my customers in. That's how we have our regulars, whatever. Yeah, eyelashes, hair, anything cosmetic. If you get your body done, you get a boob job, those are all tax write-offs. Those are all going into your product.
It's so cool to be a girl.
But there's male strippers too. Dude,
yeah, but
I have 5 tickets to Thunder from Down Under, the male strip show.
In Vegas?
At the Q.
Oh, yeah, they usually come once a year.
And I have a meet and greet.
Wow.
I know.
Do you like male strippers though? Because I know there's
no. I think it's so weird.
It's kind of like tacky,
I think it's
right?
so weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just think it's strange. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know. I just automatically think girls are more attractive. Like, I think girls have more to look at.
I got you.
Like, I don't know. Is that weird? I don't know.
No.
I think it's fine. But
I've always said that, like...
I respect the hustle, though. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. But it's just not for you.
No, like, I have no desire to go to a male strip club.
Yeah, I think I know a lot of girls that rather go to a female strip club than go to a male one.
Yeah.
Every now and then it'll be cool to like...
Because we're going to hang out with a bunch of girls.
Exactly.
At a male strip club. And then you're not going to hang out with the only dudes that are there.
Yeah. The ones that actually are going to want to maybe touch you.
Weird.
You know you have no shot with those guys up there, right?
You have to pay
You know that, right?
You have to pay, yeah, you have to pay them.
But
you know what's so funny? Is that I'm so glad that you said that. Because the same exact way, you could be like, there's no shot with those girls up there. Why don't men understand that they don't have a shot with a stripper? The same mentality you just said. Like, for a female to be like, oh... Like, you know, going to see Thunder from Down Under, whatever the fuck it is, and then, like, they're like, well, I have no chance with him. Men do not come to the strip club like that. Men come to the strip club like, I can get any of these pathetic bitches in here.
You know...
You are all below me. You are mine.
And see, this is just a good thing for you, because it shows how well, like, you make them think that. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys act so well.
It's
you guys,
so nice.
You know, you rub their shoulders or whatever you do, you know what I'm saying, to really make
They
them...
rub our shoulders. Ooh. That's a thing that happens all the time.
That's an alpha move right there. That's an alpha move.
It's really my back hurts. I have a knot. Feel this knot.
And then he gets up and you get to relax. It's like, what? How did you got to do that? That's like a female, female gangster right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You guys do it with your minds, not your bodies.
It's kind of crazy. It's a little, okay, it's kind of crazy because you definitely need to know how to like work it, and it's like borderline manipulative. It feels bad sometimes. But also boys are, I'm sorry, no offense, boys are a little dumb.
Yeah.
Boys I mean, and with money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, you just went to the ATM 6 times. Why didn't you take it all out at once? Our ATM charges 15%.
She's all trying to do the math then. Puts her glasses on.
15%. Like, what is 15% of like 600? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not good at math, but you
Okay.
tell me.
Okay. No, absolutely not. I will not be doing math right now.
120.
Okay, well, that's just the ATM fee if you take out $600. And people will go back time and time again and just do that. And I'm like, why didn't you come with cash? If you come to the strip club, please just bring cash with you. We don't want to run your credit card.
That's good. That's good. See, this is very informative to people.
Oh, strip club rules, yeah.
Strip club rules.
That's funny.
Strip clubbing 101. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know. Because I feel like, and maybe that's why I don't go to him as often. Because I don't know how to act. I don't know what to do. So I don't know what not to do. I mean, I know what to not to do for the most part. But I'm saying, like, sometimes I don't do anything.
Well, yeah.
I've only been to, like, 2 or 3 in my entire life. And I just feel like when I go, like we've talked about it, like, I just feel weird being there. Yeah. Especially when you see, like, the other guys that are there that are, like, no offense to them. Like, I get it. You get old and stuff, and that's, like, your only thing. But, like, I'm just like, I don't think I should be here right now.
Yeah. No, and sometimes it feels icky.
And I mean, no, nothing on you. Like, I think if you like it, I think you should go. You know, definitely gonna go. You know, you're gonna support you. You know, so I'm saying, like, I'm just saying.
Well, if you do want to go, you wouldn't have to feel like that. You could sit at the bar with me. You could bring your girl. That would be so cool. I mean, she's pregnant, but she would look so cute.
They don't smoke in, like, there.
No, they don't smoke inside.
It's baby free. Technically, he's not born yet, so.
Strip club baby, but oh my gosh, there's a million strip club babies. Not
what?
like, no.
That sounds creepy.
No. Like,
whoa,
we all have children.
Don't out yourself out.
We all have children, so we'll be like, okay, well, my kid can't get picked up till this time, so he has to come with me.
Oh, and they take him to the.
I mean, we'll just chill.
That's cool.
Like outside or whatever, or they'll like run around, but it's like all these women have babies. They all have babies. Like, what are we supposed to do? If someone can't pick them up until 8 and you start work at 7.
That's true.
What do you do with your kid? Leave him in a bush? No. You take him with you. And
leave
you
him in the car with the AC on.
Perfect.
And the window's cracked.
Put it on dog mode. The Tesla has dog mode.
Yeah. The screen will say, this kid's fine.
My puppy's in the back, but he's fine. My human puppy.
Yeah. She's like, how come there's not a section, like, how come there's not a selection for a kid? And I keep showing a dog. It's like, no, it's only 4 dogs. No, I need to put my kid in there. That's cool, though. That's why you got the Tesla.
Yeah.
It's a babysitter.
I might. Agatha. Sounds like a babysitter.
So she turns on you and you go into the store and she drives off with your kids in the back.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I wonder how she would do. They would probably be wonderful gentlemen. She's a good girl. She's very strict. She follows the rules. She beeps anytime I like do anything even remotely wrong on the wheel. She's scared. You see? She's saying this because she knows her phone's listening and it's gonna report back. If I die, it's because of Agatha. I know my phone's listening.
Because as soon as you hook up to that Bluetooth, it downloads all the stuff that we were talking about.
Perfect. Wonderful. She's gonna be pissed.
Attack of the Robots.
Attack of the Robots.
Oh, where'd my phone go?
Where'd my phone go?
So, back to the taxes. That's it.
Oh yeah, claim everything. Your sunglasses, your prescription glasses, your eyelashes, your lipstick, your foundation, your Q-tips. You need Q-tips. You need Q-tips to clean your ears.
And how'd you find out about this? Like, I wouldn't think to do Q-tips.
Because anything that you could use to make yourself look better.
Because it pertains to your job.
Literally. Your body sprays, perfume. Perfume is huge and expensive. So expensive. But, like, you have to smell good. Imagine, like, okay, if a stripper smells bad, like, let's be for real. She'll never get a customer again because everyone's going to be like, she smells.
Yeah, sometimes they just smell like straight, like just skin. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's not BO. Skin. It's just like, I just smell like their skin.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You just smell so human.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think I like it, though.
All right, well, that's why she needs perfume, and she can write it off on her taxes.
How crazy do you go with the perfume on stage? Do you want the guy's, like, wife to find out that they were at the strip club just based off your scent?
No.
I'm saying, like, is it that much?
No.
You know those people that you just hug and you're like, yeah, now you just smell like them?
Yeah. No. I don't want anyone to know I was anywhere near anyone. Ever. No,
We'll put a green screen that way. It looks like we're in the desert. So it's like, I don't even want you to know where I'm at right now. It's like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
Where am I?
Why are we in the desert? We need a
That
green
episode
screen.
of SpongeBob where Squidward's in the big white room. He's like alone. But no. So I don't go crazy with the perfume. Okay, I do 2 on my neck, 2 behind the ear, 2 on my ankles, 2 on my wrist, and then you seal it in with lotion. That's a stripper trick.
And it's not overpowering?
When you get... No, it's pretty good. I wear Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. That's my scent.
Nice.
So it's like pretty subtle. It's strong at first, but throughout the night, you just get like a couple whiffs of it. It's nice. But yeah. Put perfume on when your pores are still open after you get in the shower, and then you put lotion on after you put the perfume on, and it'll lock the perfume smell.
Oh, okay. But you don't, I like scented lotion.
Oh, okay, well.
Like if I don't have cologne.
Let your lotion be your scent then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's some girls that smell like cocoa butter, and I'm like, yeah, she smells like chocolate. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But the dressing room smells like a perfume department for sure. Like,
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No.
I was like, is it that bad back there?
No, we take care of each other, so it doesn't get horrible, and we always pretty much clean up after ourselves. Mm-hmm. So it's nice. It's literally like our second home. You know, we're there all the time. So
that is true. Mm-hmm. You work tonight?
I do.
What is it? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
You guys are gonna miss the fights. Do you guys ever put like UFC events or anything at the strip club? Or you can't do that.
No. The closest we ever got to doing anything interesting was watching The Wizard of Oz and listening to Pink Floyd. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But Pink Floyd's album, Dark Side of the Moon, matches up perfectly with The Wizard of Oz if you started at the correct point, and it's really, really cool to do. Look it up. It's amazing.
We should do that tonight.
It's so interesting. You have to do it. It is so cool. And like, especially if you like really get into the music, and then you see it on screen. Well, anyway, so that's what I was dancing to. She had just gotten to, we're like Munchkin Land. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the song Money was playing, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to not dance. My friend was like, yeah, it's so cute. Yeah. It's cool. So we did that because it was dead. There was no one in there. It was like 11 o'clock. And then people started coming in and ruined it. Just kidding. Always come to the
She's
strip
like,
club.
no.
I'm like, not today. No money, thank you. But yeah, we did that once. But other than that, no, it's just some like, trippy and like visuals and whatever. A music video play here or there.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That would be bad. UFC fights, like there's already drunk guys.
Oh God.
Trying to be masculine because there's these other girls around, and then now there's UFC fights involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't do that.
Yeah. Never mind. No fights at the club.
Let me see. I got another question. So you went like you didn't do like Hooters or nothing before this?
Yeah, I did work at Hooters actually back on the East Coast. The second I turned 18, it was the first place I applied.
Okay, there you go. I wanted to know where this started because I have a question. I was like, did she go straight to stripping? Like she didn't want to try like maybe they do Hooters.
I did basically everything. So like I said, like back home when I like graduated high school, New York City was like my playground. I was like going to raves and stuff and like minimal clothing at raves. So already comfortable with my skin, showing my body, whatever. And then the second I turned 18, I desperately needed to work, and I was like, I'm pretty. So that's yours. 40, perfect.
I'm gonna put my cool. Sorry. Go, keep going.
Just funny.
R.I.P. buddy. Sorry. My dog passed away.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's alright.
That's hard. So
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. And action.
Anyways, back to strip club.
So, the second I turned 18, I applied to Hooters. I sent in a headshot. They called me literally 30 minutes later, and I worked at Hooters, and I loved it. The bosses were insane. Mm-hmm. Lots of yelling. It's crazy. I loved my uniform. I was just always so comfortable, like whatever. And then that was a while ago. And then I stopped and I was just bartending. But everywhere I bartended, I had like a cute uniform. So like I bartended at a place called Cowboy Coast, and I had to wear chaps. And like I worked at Calico Jack's Casino, and like I went like booty shorts and a tank top. Like like it was always kind of that kind of slutty vibe.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't
No,
think
no,
of
no,
that.
no,
You
no,
said
no, no.
it.
I said it. It was
She's like, but
me.
you thought it.
But that's like, but it's like, I'm fine saying that. Like, it's, like, it doesn't bother me. I've just always been comfortable in my own skin. Like, I've
Mhm.
just, and you know what? My family was one of those families who didn't really ever focus on, like, wow, your grades are so good. It was always just like, you're so beautiful. So, like, that's what I was comfortable with growing up. And now I know I'm really smart too. But like 18 years old and needing money, I'm like, oh, okay, well, everyone says I'm pretty all the time. So let me just, whatever. And it sounds, I don't know, kind of conceited. And I don't mean for it to sound like that. It's just true. It's like a weird, like, kind of not negative family trauma type of thing where
Yeah.
it sucked that I had to like learn that I was also smart.
Mhm.
But like, this is how, I mean, that's how girls become strippers when you let them know nothing other than they're pretty, like that's how that happens. Like when you have to tell your daughters they're more than pretty, you have to tell them they're talented, you have to tell them, and your sons, you have to tell them they're doing great in school and that they're good friends and they're a good brother or like that their ideas are creative and stuff so that they don't think they're just pretty. So that Hooters isn't the first place they apply to when they turn 18,
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no regrets though. I've had so much fun. I made amazing friends. Like, I still have friends that I worked with at Hooters that I talk to all the time. And, like, I watch them have their kids. They watch me have mine. And, like,
Awesome.
things like that. I still have friends that I raved with that I've been friends with since I was 17 years old. And I can still call them for anything. So it's like, in all these predicaments, it's really hard to be judgmental. So everyone's really open-minded. And when you surround yourself with open-minded people, your mind's ever expanding.
You can be your true self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, no, I met my girl when she was working at Hooters.
Nice.
Well, no, we started talking, and when we started talking, she was already working at Hooters. But it was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling. Just a servant job.
Yeah.
Serving some fried pickles.
Did you ever have any like creepy people?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, all the time. I've had, oh my gosh, yeah, so many weird people.
More at Hooters or stripping? Like stalkers? Any stalkers?
I have one stalker.
Right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
At this moment?
It's hard to call him a stalker because he's a good person. He's a good person, but like, don't show up at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't show up at my house. That's all I'll say on that. But like, he's like, because I'm like,
You're so scared of him.
Dude, like, it's a lot.
No, I feel that.
It's a lot, and like, it's not like I don't think he would ever hurt me or anything like that. I know for a fact that he wouldn't. It's just like he just doesn't understand. Like, I don't think anyone's ever explained boundaries to him, and I'm really strict on my boundaries. So, like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No biggie. Got a security system.
Do you carry?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah, I do. I have to.
Yeah. Do they, when you leave work, do they do the thing where like the guy walks you out or something?
I can ask someone to walk me out. Most of the time, he's already outside. Like our DJ, yeah. And I park right in front of the front door and just like skirt out my car.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I waste no time. But yeah, if I didn't, I don't know. I would be really scared if I didn't carry.
You feel safe at work?
Yeah.
I sound like a dad now.
Do you feel safe at work? Yeah. No, I do. I do. It's really nice that like no matter what happens, like no questions asked. If someone needs to get kicked out, they get kicked out. Like if one girl, even if the girls hate each other, if someone like takes a picture of them on stage, which it's forbidden, or
really?
like yeah, you can't take pictures inside. But like
probably stop doing that then.
Oh shucks, I'm gonna tag me in. Is it good? Is it a good angle?
I'm like, I mean, it's kind of a cool picture. You sure you don't want it? You don't want to post it?
Like, I'll send it to you and then I'll delete it. But if you're gonna post it, I'm screenshotting it. But yeah, no, I feel safe. And it's like even if the girls, like I said, don't like each other or they're fighting or something, like if someone if a customer, because like we're a family, whether some people like it or not, we are, and we're always gonna stand up for each other, no matter what. Especially if it's someone like being annoying and gross or like whatever. Because some people do too much, like that's for sure. Like some of my friends have been through some horrible things. And it's like horrible to like think about, but it's true. And it's like almost to be expected. Like it's a little too normalized. Like we'll go back to the club and be like, I love coming to work and getting molested. Like that's the thing you hear like often in the back. And it's like, yeah, this is the profession we're in.
It's like dark humor at its best.
Strippers
Yeah.
are the like absolute best at dark humor.
I can only imagine.
It is So terrible.
Yeah.
The amount of kill myself jokes that you hear a day in that club, like, is horrible. Like, literally, it's like, I'm climbing on top of the pole, I'm letting go.
Have you seen that video where the girl falls from way up on her head and breaks her neck? Have you seen that? I mean, not.
Well,
I mean, I
no.
don't know.
I have seen it, but yeah.
Her bounces. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Oh god,
Sorry.
that's bad. Yeah.
wanna watch
But
it?
that's what I'm saying. I'm down.
You want to watch it?
Yeah.
Can you find it? All right. Well, we'll keep talking.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, that makes me nervous because all my friends. I mean, I'm just learning how to climb the pole, but all my friends can go up there and do the little spinny spins and their death drops down. I have one friend. She's so badass. She looks like a butterfly on stage. She's amazing. She's pretty private, so I won't even say her stripper name. But she does these twirly whirlies, and she like goes
You gotta
up,
go see her.
and she like, you gotta go see her. She's amazing. And then I have another friend. Okay, you know what? I don't know. I don't want to say her name because she's so talented. Well, anyway,
It's up to you. If you say it, we can bleep it out later.
I know. I'm wondering, can I say it? And then, okay, so her name is. What if I say it, but you bleep it out, but then put like a picture of her?
Yeah.
Can we do that? Okay,
That's
cool.
this guy.
Because I know that she would want me to say her name, but then she might be in a bad mood. She's moody.
Oh.
Well, anyway, is cool. She literally looks like a butterfly. Like she's just like literally looks like a piece of like rubber. Like she just like flows and goes, and it's so cool. And then my friend Violet like dances. Like she dances her ass off, and like she can climb the pole. She's super talented, super strong, but like her like cues with music are so good, like stuff like that. And then like one of my best friends, Sadie, she's and her friend and like, our friend Lilith, they're like our goth girls. Like Lilith has her boobs tattooed like spider webs. She has hearts around her nipples.
Whoa.
And yeah, she's so cool, and she's like covered in tattoos, and she dances to like Insane Clown Posse in Cypress Hill.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Those
She's
are
so
two different,
cool.
but that's pretty cool.
They're totally different, but she rocks both of them. And then like Sadie's not giving you the stripper rundown, but like Sadie's another one of my best friends. She's great. She's like another, got like a gothy alternative look, and she just literally has danced to Beethoven.
Wow.
The woman has danced to Beethoven, or she'll dance to Weezer, or she'll dance.
Weezer's dope.
Dude, she's so fucking cool.
Blink-182.
Blink-182, all for it.
That'd be cool.
And she freaking oh yeah, for sure. And she's literally, what did she dance to yesterday? Like Billy Idol. Like Rebel Yell. I don't know. It was so good though.
It's like more hardcore.
She's so cool. Like,
That's
I don't know. She's awesome. And yeah, my friends are just so cool. My friend literally just makes everyone horny. Like, whatever. Actually, you should bleep that out. Her stripper name is Ivy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. My friend Ivy literally she's like captivating the way she dances. It's like, she just like makes you horny. I don't know what it is.
Let me ask.
It's about the music, but she just does.
How do you guys come up with your names?
Most of the time you get named. Yeah. Like if you don't come in
By
with
who?
a name, the girls.
Like, oh, they give you. Oh, okay.
No, like you'll walk to the back and they'll be like, oh, are you new? Like, yeah, you're a shot girl or like a dancer or whatever. Like, yeah, what's your name? I don't know. What should my name be? And then everyone kind of just looks at you.
Oh, so when they ask you, they want to know your stripper name.
Yeah. So like
Oh.
my boss will only call me my stripper name. My boss has never called me my real name.
That's cool. It kind
anyone
of
at the
separates you
club.
from work and.
Yeah. It gets confusing when you get close to people because you'll say both. Like to my kids, I say my friends' real names, but like anywhere else, I'll say their dancer names. Like
Yeah,
even
going
when
back
we
and
go out
forth.
to eat, I'm like, man, I'm Jessie. Everywhere, I introduce myself as Jessie first until like I'm comfortable with the person.
But I mean,
Because
Jessie's like a normal name though.
I love it.
It's not like Candy.
No, it's not. We have a
Or like
fantasy.
Cinnamon.
We have a fantasy.
Fantasy, yeah.
Fantasy. So one of my
Fantasy
best
Adams.
friends, her name is Venom. She's not a dancer anymore. She's got a baby on the way.
Ooh, that's a tough name.
Venom. Yeah.
Was she black?
badass. Nope.
Oh.
White girl from Oklahoma, I
No.
believe. Or Ohio, Oklahoma. I don't remember.
One of
One
those.
of those. An O state.
One of those O's.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Oh. Oh, she just keeps going.
Oh no, that one. Oh yeah, but that one's still kind of fun. Oh, but she's okay though. That's
God,
good.
She just shakes it off. Like literally shakes it off. Oh god, and I know her knees hurt.
She's probably like trying to like see again too.
Oh god. I was gonna go every time.
I know. Have you guys had any accidents like that?
No, I've never seen. I've seen people fall, like like an ankle buckles or
Oh, like a
whatever.
trip or something.
But no, I've never seen anyone like fall.
Thank God. That's
Oh
good.
my gosh, yeah, they're all very strong, but cool. It's like a real life aerialist in that club.
Oh shit. No, that's what I was gonna say. The last time I went in, it was funny. It was actually me, my girl, and then, this is when they reopened Hooters here in Yuma. I don't know if you were here for that. So when they reopened it, she had some friends that came down from Phoenix to teach like the new people, like the trainers, or whatever, and they were my girl's friends from when they used to live in Yuma. So their last night here, they all wanted to go out, so we went out, and then at the end of the night, they were like, "We want to go to a strip club." And my girl's not really a big strip club person either, and so she was like, "Okay, yeah." And then we got there, and she was like, you could tell she wasn't comfortable, but they took him to the front, and the girls were dancing all over them, so it was cool. But I was just chilling in the back, like seeing her, and then like watching. And towards the end, like the girls were like climbing on the ceiling, like not like along the beams and stuff, and I was like, this is like a whole circus show. Like this is kind of cool.
It's so.
It was like entertaining.
I remember they had a girl that used to dance with a bottle in her butt cheeks. Like the entire dance. Yeah, like climbing the pole and evereverything.
Well, did she have like a big butt?
Bottle.
Like to
clap? I never got to meet her.
Oh,
she's like infamous in the club. I don't even remember her name.
Do you guys have like what are they called? Like people that used to work there, like what's it called?
Like vets? Like veteran strippers?
No, like when they tell stories about them.
Like infamous people. Like
infamous strippers, yeah. Like famous strippers.
There's a few, like I won't say their names, but like I know there's one that like the cops are looking for. And then I know there's like another one. I know. And then it's like it's like I don't know. So funny because me and my boss are like sitting outside and like the FBI shows up and we're like, and they're both very attractive FBI people. So we look at each other and we're like, what like we just didn't know what to do. So we're like, yeah, like whatever. And we're like, yeah, we'll like show you to the boss, like to our boss or whatever. And we just looked at each other and for like the next 3 days, we just were like, what? Like we just didn't know how to approach them because we're like, we don't want you here because like the police and a strip club,
doesn't go.
They don't go together. But also you're attractive. So it's like, how do I talk to you? And also, why are you here? And who's in trouble?
That should have been the first question instead of the other two.
No, so many things went like rushed through our heads. It was a little uncomfortable. We were glad when they left, but we did talk about it for like 3 days after that.
Have you ever had like where the cops had to come in and like it got crazy, like a shootout or something?
Oh no, never a shootout.
Or you guys had to like leave?
I wasn't there that night. I danced at Roxy's and I only went there for a second because I didn't even dance at Roxy's. Roxy's didn't even have a DJ that night. Oh God, it was a horrible night. I wasn't supposed to work. Dun dun dun.
It's always those days.
I wasn't even supposed to work. It was my son's birthday party. I was exhausted. I was in the sun all day. My kids went to sleep. My babysitter stood after the party and they were gonna watch him. So I went to Roxy's. And I was supposed to dance, but there was no DJ, there was no girls there, and me and my boss were like, screw it, we'll just close, we'll go to Platinum. We went to Platinum, and we were just like, this sucks. I was like, there's like 13 girls here, I don't need to be here. I'm only gonna be able to dance once in the last 2 hours. Like, I don't want to do private dances. Like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm going home. And I left, and not long after I left, there was like a brawl with
shit.
13 people. With like my bosses and someone like hurt my boss and like all this stuff, like all these crazy things. And now it's like a big ordeal.
Was it like an old Western movie where they like throwing chairs and shit, like broken tables? I just imagine like people throwing bottles and like a whole table. Bashing over people's heads. I don't know, when I hear a brawl, especially like in a strip club with 13 people, I assume it's like it's not like there's a circle with 2 people fighting.
It's just like assumed madness. Like,
did any girls get hurt? They just run off stage, huh?
No one got hurt. No, it wasn't. It was like in front of I wasn't there for it, so I didn't see it. But what I was told was it was in front of the door that leads to the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy world.
Oh, so you weren't even there for it.
I wasn't.
But you missed it.
That's what I said. I just missed it. Like but that always happens. Every time there's a fight, I just miss it.
Do you want to see a fight?
I have no desire.
Oh, okay.
I have no desire.
You make it seem like I always miss them.
Oh, no.
You're like, I always miss the fights.
I do always miss them, though. I literally, like, I leave and then some shit goes down. And
That's
I'm like,
good,
yeah, well, thank God. I don't want to be, no.
Yeah, what am I talking about? Why would I even ask them?
Pish posh.
Let's go. Let me see. Oh, wait. Oh, I have last question because it's already gonna be one.
Wowzers.
You have to get stuff for the party. It's crazy.
Guys having a party?
Yeah, it's a
Yes,
little
yes,
shindig.
fun.
How does your family feel about you stripping? Or they don't really know, or they don't care?
I don't think they know or care. Well, okay, so my whole family's on the East Coast. I don't really talk to my dad.
Oh, they don't on social media or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really ask.
Oh, okay.
You know, don't
No,
ask,
sorry,
don't tell.
sorry,
No.
sorry, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just trying to think of it. I'm like, how do they feel? It's kind of like don't ask, don't tell, like whatever.
Do they know you're doing it though, or you
I
don't
don't
know?
know. Maybe.
Do you have any siblings?
I have a brother. He probably definitely knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know.
And he hasn't said anything to you though?
No.
That's pretty cool.
No,
You're just
we
living
don't
free and like
really
no one's
talk.
judging
Yeah,
you.
my whole family's over there.
Mhm.
So even if they did say something, I'd be like, okay, what are you gonna do? Hit me? Like, you know, like
That is true.
Yeah, like okay, and it's like, are you feeding my children? You know, like so. There's
Yeah,
that.
you got your whole thing going on. They really have nothing to say to you.
Can't say anything, and it's also, but like my son's side of the family, they, I'm sure, are absolutely repulsed. Because that was a big thing when I first started working at the club. It was like, but you're just bartending, right? You're not dancing. You're not dancing, right? You're not dancing. And at the time, I wasn't, and I was petrified because I was like, oh my god, they're gonna hate me if I start dancing. So like, I didn't dance. And
Who was saying this, or who's
like,
asking?
Like my son's father's
Oh,
family.
okay.
And it got to the point where they were like calling the club and like seeing like, oh, is Jessie dancing tonight? Like all this, like whatever. And I wasn't dancing yet. And then I did start dancing. I started really, because I really wanted to save money to get out of the relationship. And I don't know if they found out or what, but like it wasn't really, I didn't really care at that point. And now I'm sure they know because I don't really hide it very. I mean, I guess it's not like you don't like look at my Instagram and you're like, oh, she's a stripper, unless like you see a story every now and then, like if you catch it.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Nice.
That's what I was like, what?
Yeah.
But that's cool. You're like Superman, Clark Kent.
Clark Kent, yeah. Lois Lane.
Or like Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Damn, you just rhymed. She said Lois Lane.
Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Whoa, that's a fucking bar. Dude, that was fire.
Oh,
we gotta loop that.
I have to, yeah. I'm gonna write a whole song on
We can turn that into a beat, huh? We got some. We'll do that. That'll be our new intro. That was dope.
That's so funny. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Any more stories you want to share?
Oh, I don't know.
Or are we gonna have a part 2?
Yeah, definitely a part 2. I actually asked my boss, I was like, if the vibe's cool, should we set up in Roxy's? And she was like, yeah.
Is the vibe cool?
The vibe is cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm down. We could totally set up in Roxy's.
We pass.
Be like,
yeah.
Might be like I don't know. We'll figure it out. Whether it's like a slow night or like one of my nights off or something. And we'll do it at Roxy's. Roxy's has another stage. So we can literally set up on a stage.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's like, that'd be cool. He's like, yes, he says.
Literally set up on a stage. And you can like, I don't know, like the girls at Roxy's are super open about being dancers. They like promote themselves all the time. So you might literally catch some like really fun stuff. They're a really fun, funny crowd. And you might be able to get a few questions like, you just got off stage. How do you feel?
Oh, no. How do you think you did tonight?
They would love it. They would love it. Oh my God.
The judges think otherwise.
Yeah. You know what? According to your stack. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, that's awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll see if we can. We'll work that out. That'd be awesome.
It out. Yes.
Yeah, it'd always be cool to go on the road, like to see some new, different scene. Dope. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, you're so welcome.
And thank you again for coming. Thank you for the baby gift.
Yeah,
I'm excited to look at it, but I'll wait for her. That way we can post it. Last one that someone gave me, I opened it already, so I was like, no, I'll wait so we can share it. But so thank you again. Do you want to put out your Instagram? I don't know if.
Yeah, I actually just updated the name.
Okay, perfect. That way.
My Instagram is Mandy with 2 E's, MANDEE _Jess.
Okay.
Mandy _ Jess.
And we'll put it up. Any other ways? No?
No. This was a lot of fun. I had a wonderful time. Thank you for having me.
No, for sure. Where do you work at? So just one more time, maybe.
Platinum
they want to go check you out.
Cabaret and Roxy Cabaret. Roxy's only open Thursday through Saturday, and Platinum's open 7 days a week, 7 p.m. But we prefer if you come around 9.
In Yuma, Arizona.
Yuma, Arizona.
All right, Jess. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the cash. I really appreciate it.
Me on my way to pay my bills.
Thank you guys for watching another episode. This was awesome. Next time.
Yeah, next time.
All right. Thank you.
Toodles.